Hello, I'm Nathan Judo. I'm here with Wolves reporter Timothy Spiers. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2. Tim, after a slow start, that was pretty convincing.
Yeah, as well. Slow first half. A game in two halves, really. Dreadful first half. It was awful to watch. Wolves had one chance, Sheffield Wednesday had none. There wasn't much quality on show. It reminded me of a championship game. In fact, it reminded me of this championship game last season, which was awful.
Yeah, it was.
And Wolves won 1-0 here, a drab game. But it was very reminiscent of championship in that John Ruddy just was redundant and could have had deck chair. Yeah. You were doing more work than he was.
I won't go that far.
And it was just scrappy. They were trying to kick lumps out of Wolves. We saw that a lot last year. Wolves were sound defensively, and it was just that moment one quality to separate teams, really. So it was very reminiscent of championship games last year. But then second half, with Wolves' kind of Premier League class from Adama Traore, who didn't score tonight, but very much turned the game in Wolves' favour with a couple of incredible, astonishing runs inside about 30 seconds. So the first one is 52 minutes, and he ran around the back of a player, and he was just like, what? Right. and then he skips past another, and then he just lays it off for Gibbs White, and you're thinking, gotta score.
Happy days.
And he doesn't. It's too close to keeper. And then I'm still typing what's happened there, and I look up, and he's bombed past another one. Yeah, this time on the right wing. Yeah, exactly. Roadrunner style. Bombs past him, cuts back for Bonatini, just like a couple of chances at Leicester, if you remember, where he got to that right byline and cut back for Bonatini. But this time, Bonatini finds a corner, and then that was it. And Wolves were in charge after that, and it made it look very easy. But it was a fantastic moment.
It was a great moment, and a great moment for Leo Bonatini.
Yes.
As you say, devoid of confidence, he desperately needed that goal and finally got it.
I mean, I was so pleased that I managed to look up yesterday. I don't know why.
I'm not convinced about that because it was so perfect timing.
100%. I don't know what compelled me to work out how many minutes and how many hours that Leo Bonatini hadn't scored for, but it worked out as being 23 hours and 6 minutes.
Right.
And then tonight, he scored after 53.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it ended up being unbelievably,
almost like it was written in the stars.
Incredible.
For your tweet.
For my 23 hours and 59 minutes in between goals on the pitch.
What was your tweet? It was one of my favourite tweets I think you've ever tweeted.
It's just something about only Jack Bauer defusing a nuclear bomb could come up with better perfect timing than that.
24, etc. Yeah.
I watched 24. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, great show.
What, 9 series? 9 series of drama.
Never watched it.
So anyway,
but you can see
fantastic.
Afterwards, he just looked like the ball was sticking to him. He wanted the ball. That just confidence came back of the Leo Bonatini of last season.
There was one incident which got overtaken by a chance, so I had to scrap the tweet when I was writing it. The ball before he scored, the ball just bounced off his foot. It's like he's wearing concrete boots. It was like badoing, and it just went 10 yards in the air. I'm like, oh Leo, I do miss the old Leo. But yeah, no, and he gets his goal. Just fantastic.
Yeah.
I think we said pre-match it'd be great for him to get a goal tonight. We knew he was going to start, and he did. Just brilliant for his confidence. Classic Nuno in his post-match press conference just said, you know what I think. It's just about whatever. It's a goal. A goal's a goal. Doesn't matter who scores it. Leo's all about the team. But yeah, just interviewed Bonatini. You'll see that later this week, and obviously he's delighted. Weight off his shoulders. 4
debutants tonight. 2 started. A lot of people wanted to know about Leander Dendoncker. How do you think he did?
I mean, he didn't have a huge amount to do defensively. We never saw him in any trouble, but that was a good sign. I was very assured, very confident in possession, very confident at bringing the ball out from the back. Didn't really misplace a pass, I don't think. Just looks confident, tall, imposing, and but quite relaxed. Looks like a calming presence, I would say.
With starting midfield, do we think that Dendoncker will
Don who?
Den who will play centre back or play at the back rather than in midfield? Or
I don't know. I mean, I think he's been bought in. They've spent a lot of money in because they like his utility-ness, if that's a word, which it isn't.
No.
His versatility is better because he plays defensive midfielder. He plays in Cody's position, and he plays right-sided centre half. Tonight he played right-sided centre half, and because they had Sace and Gibbs White.
Sure.
No, Sace and Elliott. What?
Sure. Oh.
What? It says midfield.
Oh.
So I think we'll see him in a variety of positions. But if you look at that Premier League first 11, Ryan Bennett would be the vulnerable one because Moutinho and Neves are undroppable. You'd say Cody and Bolly pretty much undroppable.
Bennett's been the best defender so far.
Bennett's been the best defender so far. So Myers, he's undroppable as well.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's any room for Dendoncker in the Premier League team yet.
Okay.
But a good start tonight.
Good start tonight. Elliot Watt, good start, good debut.
Oh yeah.
Looks like a player, doesn't he?
Yeah, really pleased with him. I interviewed him in Switzerland in pre-season, and what comes across instantly is his temperament. Very eloquent young man, by the way. He's only 18, but comes across as very level-headed. Delighted to get his opportunity. I mean, he wasn't expecting. Just spoke to him again. A nice interview like this week. He wasn't expecting to be anywhere near this first team this year, but here he is. He took his opportunity in pre-season, and that's great for me that these lads can still do well in pre-season and get into the first team squad. I know it's Carabao Cup game, but still, Wolves still taking it seriously. I thought he did very well. Again, barely gave the ball away. He's very much a sit-in DM. He comes and picks the ball up from the back three and recycles possession smartly. You know, did nothing silly. Didn't look nervous. I'm sure he was. And then we had two more debutants off the bench, Pedro Gonçalves and Benny Ashley-Seal, who could have scored actually, had a good chance. So just fantastic for them all to be involved. And the great thing for them is that Wolves have won tonight, because we'll see who they get on Thursday in the draw, but you think these guys are going to be involved again in the next round, which is fantastic. We saw
they won't let you in, the Hawthorns. They're not going to let you in. They're me and Jamie Brassington.
But we saw last season how great the Carabao Cup was, what a journey that was. Wolves still haven't conceded a goal under Nuno in this competition. By the way, it's 5 games and counting.
That's mental.
But what a journey that was last year. Great fun, great matches. They went all the way to Man City and took them to penalties. So if something like that happens again, fantastic experience.
And realistically, some of these guys aren't going to get a lot of Premier League action, so they want to be playing, aren't they? You know what I mean? That's what you want.
Yeah, and you can say that for a lot of the more established names. John Ruddy. If Wolves lost tonight, John Ruddy's not thinking about not playing till January.
Jesus.
Do you know what I mean? Unless Patricio gets injured or sent off.
True.
So great for them. You know, their kind of short-term futures are on the line, really. Now they get a game in a few weeks. We'll see who they get on Thursday, like I said. But yeah, Vinagra's not going to get a huge amount of game time.
No.
And a couple of others whose names escape me. Courtney Hawes.
Last thing, I thought he did well tonight as well.
Yeah.
Ooh, he did, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Last thing was Helder Costa coming on as well. Last 20 minutes of your defender.
He did well as well. Won the penalty and scored it, and continued his good form. And yeah, he'll still start at West Ham, I would have thought.
Yeah, good
even though Troyer was unbelievable.
Someone who wasn't on the pitch tonight, Danny Bart and Brighton and Bakary. What did Nuno have to say afterwards?
Not much really. I think it's obvious Danny doesn't have a future at the club. He's fit. There's no injury. He's just not selected.
It'd be good to not be involved in that tonight, though, wouldn't he? You'd have thought.
Yeah, because it signals the end for him as long as Nuno's in charge, I believe. Unless Wolves get a host of injuries, you've got to say, if he's not even on the bench tonight,
with Connor Cody playing as well.
Connor Cody playing. I understand they wanted to see Dendoncker in that position, but Ryan Bennett's on the bench.
Sure.
For me, if Dendoncker goes off after 5 minutes, would you really want to risk Ryan Bennett for 85 minutes? No, surely bring Danny Bart to me. So it doesn't look good for him. And I haven't heard of any imminent move, certainly. Right. But I asked Nuno about it, and he just said it was a decision I had to make. We've got loads of options, the usual stuff he says. I said, has Danny Bart got any, is he part of your plans? And he just said, all the players that we have, including the under-23s and under-18s, are part of my plans. So it wasn't a definitive answer at all.
Sure.
And yeah, you've got to say loan window for 3 days. Maybe it's best if Danny Bart finds another club.
Jordan Graham gone to Ipswich today.
Jordan Graham's gone to Ipswich today. Brighton and Bakary not involved, which was even more surprising than Danny Bart, really, because Bright was involved in the first game of the season. Everton, he was on the bench. So, but not involved tonight. Again, you'd expect him to move out on loan, for which the window deadline is Friday 5 p.m. It's my day off. Whoops.
Is it? Oh, happy day. So first win of this season, hopefully the first win of the Premier League season on Saturday.
Yeah, that would be the first proper win. Tonight doesn't really count as much in that respect, because it's not
2,900 people think it counts.
Because it's not the first team players that are here, so you're not going to. What I mean is, you're not going to take much from this game into West Ham, because it's 9 different players will be starting. But yeah, no, good for the club to get that first win, and now the really important stuff back on Saturday. West Ham lost 3 out of 3. We'll preview it much more later in the week, but yeah, fantastic chance for Wolves to go and get a sneaky little 3 points at the Olympic Stadium, whatever it's called these days.
Yeah, I think it's called that. Should be a good weekend in London. Coming with me?
Yeah,
a couple of nights out. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2. Wolves are in the draw for the third round on Thursday. For all the post-match reaction, make sure you log on to expressandStar.com.